So let's jump into the conversation about your fears and why you are allowing your fears to hold you back. Now, the truth is that everybody in business has experienced this before. Everybody in business has experienced this before at different stages of their business, obviously. But we don't like to talk about it because we don't like to talk about the things that we are fearful of. But it's very natural for you to feel fearful, especially as you are growing your business. The thing is, what I have recognized is that a lot of people are not fearful of failure. They are fearful of success. They are fearful of success. Yes, I said that correctly. You are fearful of success and not so much fearful of failure, because failure is easier. If you understand what I mean. Failure is so much easier. You're fearful of your success. And as you grow your business, this is one of the things that you need to wrap your mind around, right? So for those of you who are joining me for the very first time in my group, on my pages, on my YouTube channel, on my Instagram, I am Adanna Austin. I am your business coach and consultant, and I work with entrepreneurs like yourself to get very clear on your goals, identify your ideal clients, and develop the strategies to grow your business. So let's dive into what fear is and why we tend to allow that fear to cripple us, or to allow it to, it makes us procrastinate and not do the work that we know we're supposed to do to get what we want, right? And fear manifests in us in different ways. But as an entrepreneur, it's very important for you to recognize when you start to feel that fear of success, not the fear of failure. Because as I said, failure is easy. Failure has been done, failure has been shown, failure has been talked about ad nauseum, right? That failure of success, that failure of making that $10,000 a week, that failure of that success of making that $10,000 a week, that success of getting 500 people on your email list, that success of selling out your programs or selling out your product, that success is what you are fearful of. And some of the ways that manifests is by the things that you say in your head, right? A lot of you are operating not at your optimal because you are fearful of what others might see. And these other people might be people who are in your family circle, your friend circle, which is horrendous, but people who have never even worked with you, people who may have liked your business or liked your page and who may be following you. You operate with fear of what they may say when you put out information, what they may say if you put out a video, what you may say if you put out a program, what you may say what they may say if you share your prices. You operate with fear of, what if no one responds? What if no one shows up to my live video? What if no one buys my product? Or what if no one buys this service? Guys, you have to understand, right, that in order for you to receive the thing that you want in life and in business, you have to make a decision to not play small, to operate at your optimal and operate in excellence in spite of the fears and the butterflies that you may be feeling in your stomach, because it's natural. It means that you're ready to elevate, right? It means that, I always tell you all, you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, right? So even as you know those fears are there, you have to make the decision. And that is the difference between somebody who is successful and who is not successful. The successful person has made the decision that even though I am feeling fearful, even though that I am uncomfortable, even though somebody may object to what I'm saying, even though somebody may not agree with the message that I am sharing, that I am standing in my truth and I believe in what I am sharing and how I can help my audience, and I am moving forward no matter what. It's about understanding that this fear is natural, right? But making a decision to work through it in spite of how uncomfortable you may be feeling, right? All those what if questions that you get in your head. So in conversation with my clients, you know, when we're talking about their strategy and their goal setting and their content creation, it always leads back to that mindset of fear, which is why they're not creating the content, which is why they're not putting out the videos, which is why they're not posting on social media often, which is why they're not sending the emails, which is why they're not asking for the testimonials, which is why they're not promoting every single day, because there's a fear, right? The thing is, this is something that has been ingrained in us from a young age, from a very young age, right? We have been told, take care, you fall, you'll get burned. It's just something that has been ingrained with us, in us. And as an entrepreneur, once you decide to be an entrepreneur, you have to develop strategies that is going to break that fear factor, that is going to allow you to move forward even when you are feeling uncomfortable, right? And that may be different things to different people. That may be, I do a lot of affirmations with my clients, that may be journaling, that may be visualization exercises, that may be meditation exercises, whatever that may be for you. But you have to make the decision that you are not going to allow the fear that you are feeling to paralyze you or to make you procrastinate from doing what you want. Because the fear, as I say, manifests in different ways. The fear manifests in excuses. Oh gosh, I don't have the money to do that, or I don't have the time to do that, or I don't have the staff to do that, or I don't have the knowledge to do that, or I can't say this because I only have 6 months experience, or I can't charge this because I am new on the market, or I can't put out a video because I don't have enough people following me, or I can't send an email because my list is too small, or people are going to unsubscribe from me. That's part of business, and it's part of life. At the end of the day, in order for you to move from where you are to where you want to be, you have to make a decision. You know, we always talk in business about your mindset. Your mindset is because you feel I'm putting out information and nobody is commenting underneath it. That is a fear reaction. That is a fear reaction. Somebody's always listening. Somebody is always taking notes. Somebody is going to buy from you once you are consistent and once you are sharing valuable information with your ideal clients. I have done so many live videos and nobody showed up, right? Nobody showed up while I was doing the live, and you know what happened an hour or two after the live? I got 2 or 3 people to sign up for whatever program that I was promoting. So if I was operating in fear of, well, nobody is showing up for my live, so why am I even bothering to do this? Then I would never make any sales, right? If I was operating in the fear of, if I put out too much information, then nobody is going to buy from me, then I would never make daily sales. You have to make that decision that even when I'm feeling these butterflies in my stomach, even when I'm feeling upset, as I'm about to press that send button, even as I feel nervous to pick up that phone and make that cold call to this potential client, even as I'm putting together this proposal to send to people that I want to collaborate with, that I need to make a decision that in spite of how I feel at this point, I deserve single day. I deserve to have a business that is scaling every single day. Acknowledge where it's coming from, acknowledge why you are feeling this way, right? Write it down. You know, I'm a big advocate for writing it down. Acknowledge why I'm feeling this way, and then make a decision that in spite of all of these things, I am going to move forward because I deserve to have a successful and abundant and prosperous business, and I am going to be consistent and be intentional in doing the things that I need to do in order to receive what I need to receive in my business. The fact is, you know, the reality is, the more that you grow and the bigger that you get, you're going to get more haters. And that's fine. You have to have a really strong back to be in business. You're going to get haters. That is a fact. As I told my client this morning, you are in charge of your business and you have a button that could delete and block people. So you use the buttons, guys. Use the buttons. Delete, block, report them, whatever you need to do. But as your business grows, you are going to get more people who are going to question you, who are going to say, well, I don't agree with that point of view. I don't agree with that methodology that you're teaching. And that is fine. Not all coaches teach the way that I teach. Not all coaches focus on what I focus on. Not all coaches would agree in my methodology, and that is fine, because I am not trying to service everybody. I am not trying to help every entrepreneur. I am trying to help a particular, not going to be for everybody. My style is not going to mesh well with everybody, and that is fine. That is fine, right? You're not trying to service every and anybody. Your ideal people are going to come to you based on your methodology and what you are sharing with your audience. But you have to have that level of you have to like really believe in yourself and believe in your offering, so that you can attract those people and not let fear and doubt and worry and anxiety be the thing that is keeping you back from securing the bag, from getting your coins. Stop leaving money on the table because you feel, well, I sent an email last week, so I can't send one this week because people are going to say I'm sending too much emails. Or I can't do videos every day because people are going to get tired of watching my videos. Or I can't post about my product or service every day because people are going to get tired of seeing my posts or hear me talking about my product or my service. You know what I mean? You have to understand that you are in control of this thing, and the right people are going to respond to the messages that you are putting out. I share my message every single day. I do a video at least 4 to 5 times a week. I send at least 4 to 5 emails a week, right? I post every single day, and every single day I ask for the sale for one of my programs or services that I am offering. I follow up with people every single week. And imagine if I stood in fear. And yes, it was fearful when I now started, right? And that's what I'm saying. Everybody goes through that. But imagine if I stood in that fear and I allowed that fear to keep me back from being the best version of myself, or I allow that fear to keep me back from serving my audience, from sharing my tools, sharing my resources, sharing my tips, doing these videos, sending those emails, writing my blogs, sharing my podcast. If I allowed the fear to do that, then none of you will be here. None of you will be tuned on, right? None of you will be in Dynamic Business Strategist. None of you would be in my membership program. None of you will be listening to my podcast or reading my blogs. None of you would be here. None of you will be following me. None of you will be referring to me. None of you would have been signing up for any of my programs. So what I'm saying to you is, while you are experiencing the fear, which is understandable, which is normal, you acknowledge that I am feeling fearful. You acknowledge where the fear is coming from, because it comes from different places to different people, right? Where is that fear coming from? And then you make a decision that, in spite of how I feel right now, in spite of these butterflies, in spite of the anxiety, in spite of the headache, in spite of the tingling feeling that I'm having, that I am going to show up, that I am going to ask for the sale, that I am going to share information with my audience no matter what. And I'm going to do that every single day until I get exactly what I want, because I believe in myself and I believe in my offering, and I know that what I'm offering will change the lives of the people that I am offering it to. And I also know that the more people I serve, the more people I serve. If that makes sense to you, the more people I serve, the more people I can serve. Right? So my message affirmations, all these beautiful affirmations, it's not enough to just say these affirmations that we like to see. It's about getting into action to make sure that those affirmations, I have to close this window, it's too loud, sorry. Yeah, sorry. That those affirmations come to life. And that happens with the action that you take. Yes? So that is my message for you.